As you can see, there has been a time warp. It is now 10 months later than the previous videos. I am no longer in college. I am now a first-year law student at a fabulous law school that I'm very happy to be at. Obviously, my hair is much longer than it was in the previous videos. And now we're up to date a little bit. I still do have one video that I recorded last January, and that's the one that I'm going to share with you today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about straightening and my experience with straightening, and then we'll get right into the video, which is a video of me straightening my hair. So when I first went natural when I was a high school student, I was getting my hair straightened maybe twice a month at an Egyptian salon. They used a lot of heat on my hair, and my hair actually ended up not really retaining length and breaking off all the time. And so even though I was natural, my hair was not healthy. My hair did not prosper from being natural because so much heat was being put on it. This time around, I told myself that I would not put heat on my hair, and that got very difficult to sustain. Just because sometimes you do need a change, or at least I do. One of the reasons I went natural is because I wanted it to be versatile. And I think versatility, for me, definitely includes wearing curly styles and wearing straight styles. So I started straightening my hair. And luckily I have not had heat damage. I have not had problems with the method that I use, and my hair does get relatively straight. You don't have to use the most heat in the world. You don't have to continually go over, the same piece of hair over and over and over again. You can, still prosper and still have straight hair and still have healthy, natural hair afterwards. So yeah, I'll just get right into the other video. So thanks. So at this point, my hair was completely wet. I just wrung it out in the shower, and I had combed through it a couple of times in the shower, so it was relatively detangled. So that's my hair generally. And at this point, I'm just going to start sectioning it off. I have this going fast forward. It's just a basic section into two main sections. And I am putting coconut oil, so that's the Dr. Bronners 100% refined coconut oil, and I'm rubbing it between my hands just a little bit and applying it to my hair. And I apply that thoroughly to make sure that my hair is coated and protected. Coconut oil is a great heat protectant, and it's natural. This is my blow dryer. It's a Conair, and I like it because it has this little connecting comb. So at this point, I separated my hair into two sections in the smaller section, clipped that one out of the way, and at this point, I'm going to just start blow drying with the comb attachment blow dryer. And I kind of just go at it. There's really nothing too scientific about this method. I'm just straightening it. And the great thing about this comb attachment, you can do this with a regular brush or a regular blow dryer with a brush, is that it straightens it for the most part through the blow dryer. And I have the heat setting on low, so while I'm going over it a lot, the heat is not super high to the point where my hair is going to burn out. So as you can see, my hair is relatively straight already, and I haven't even gone over it with a flat iron, so that you can see the shrinkage that I have too, as opposed to how short it was earlier. So at this point, I had gone over it a few times with the flat iron, and the purpose of the flat iron is primarily just to silk it and to curl it, because like I said, I had already straightened it primarily through the blow dryer with the comb attachment. So I'm just going to section it off. Again, it's not scientific. I'm not one of those people who has like 8 or 9 specific sections. I'm just parting it with a rat tail comb. And I use the rat tail because at this point, because it's straight, you want to comb through it as much as possible and get all those little tangles out. So a thinner comb is the best thing to use for that. So I don't put anything else on it in terms of product. I primarily just use coconut oil. It's a great heat protectant, and it decreases frizz and everything. So I'm combing through just gently, and making sure that I'm using a small section of hair so that I don't have to again go over the same piece of hair over and over again to decrease heat damage and breakage. The flat iron that I use is a pink chi, and because it's ceramic plates, the risk of heat damage again is decreased. So as you can see, I'm going over it relatively slowly to make sure that each piece is getting the same amount of heat and I don't have to go over it over and over. The first time again is just to silk it, and then the second time is to put a curl in it. So as you can see, I'm twisting it a little further to give it that curl that you see there. And I'm going to do the same thing again for this smaller section. You can see that the sections I use for flat ironing are a lot smaller than the bigger sections that I used for blow drying, just to be more precise and to give that curled look. So I'm going over this piece of hair again, and the pieces in the front I do tend to go over more than twice, just because these are the pieces that are more likely to frizz for me throughout the course of the week as I wash my face and sleep and do other things. So again, you see I do that little spiral because as it begins to fall, then it will just turn out just perfectly the way that I like it, and I don't have to put heat on it again. So you can see this is the look that I get after I go over with the flat iron. And at this point, I'm going to just continue to do that in small sections. This portion of my routine takes about 30 minutes. I had a few songs playing before I knew it was over. And you can see the ends, so, you know, the blow drying versus the flat iron, really it's just a matter of silkening and straightening those in. So now you can see my hair is done. It's completely straightened, and it didn't take long at all. It took about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, and it moves. It's healthy. I don't have any damage from heat. I don't have to go over it a lot in the morning. It's bouncy, and I only used two mechanisms, so my blow dryer and my flat iron, and coconut oil. It's very simple how I like to keep things, and it's very straight, and it stays a long time. So I hope that this video helped. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.